Seconds out, round one.
This gold medal bout is a contest between the boxers from the powerhouse IBA nations of Kazakhstan and Russia. Each of these nations sending full-strength teams with a boxer in each of the 12 weight classes. And it's a blistering start by both boxers. Slightly taller figure, wearing red, is Kazakhstan's Viktoria Grafeeva. And the woman wearing blue, who is bustling her way forwards, looking to close the distance on quick feed to land with scything bent-arm punches at mid and short range, is Nune Assatrian. Each of them coming with glittering credentials in their IBA boxing careers so far. The taller figure wearing blue is the reigning Asian champion, having claimed that title last year in Chiang Mai in Thailand. And the woman wearing blue, who's looking to counter with that left jab, is the European Championship silver medalist from the 2024 edition in Belgrade here in Serbia last year. Well, it's an all-action start by both boxers. Grafeeva seeking to use the space of the boxing ring. She's a wonderful mover, able to glide laterally both clockwise and counterclockwise. And did you see that move after she changed from moving left to moving right and just fed her opponent a nudging little right hand on the inside, as Grafeeva looking for straight shots at mid-range to the body of her taller opponent. Clever punch picking with straight shots by Grafeeva against the on-rushing Asatryan. Good right hand to the body driven in by Asatryan. And it's a long, lean torso. Oh, that's a jolting left jab and a right hand over the top from Asatryan. Terrific portion of the round for her. So to extend it by darting a jab to the body. Right hand lead downstairs landed by the boxer in blue. Rushes Asatryan as Grafeeva just looking to peck and poke away with feather-light straight punches upstairs. Roundhouse right, not too far away from Grafeeva. So Asatryan really does possess quick feet and can go from out of range to within punching range in an instant. But Grafeeva takes a good right hand to the body there, does Grafeeva, because Asatryan turned the palm upwards and landed it beneath her left elbow. Both boxers looking to work at close quarters. Grafeeva peppering her opponent with that jab. The high-held gloves deflecting some of the shots, but look at that double left hook, body and head. And that little interlude, perhaps the contest in microcosm, because Asatryan, oh, that's a punishing left jab once again from Asatryan. Right hand which followed with off the mark. Then a double jab, followed by a left hook upstairs from Asatryan. So Grafeeva with the volume of punches, lighter, but the heavier leather being unloaded by Nune Assatryan in an action-packed opening round of boxing. Back and forth affair where both boxers enjoyed success, but the double hook to body and head from Nune Assatryan was notable. And I happen to think that her heavier scoring punches and her variety were enough to take that round here. Grafeeva was certainly in the round, but in the final 20 seconds or so, it was Asatryan who, for my money, just was able to land shots like that. Terrific first 3 minutes of boxing. How did the 5 scoring judges see it? So not able to bring you the live scores after that first round. We'll update you just as soon as we receive them. But it's a brisk start to the second round, as Asatryan out behind a sharp shooting left jab, and again able to step in range and let go bent arm punches to both body and head. Grafeeva looking to control the gap with volume, but look at Asatryan get inside. She was put on the end of a long, strong right cross there by Grafeeva. Asatryan just caught against the ropes momentarily, and a stiff right cross came down on a steep trajectory to tag her cleanly. But look at the volume, non-stop punching from Grafeeva. Asatryan Again, pushing off that back foot to score the jab to the body. The glancing right hand upstairs followed after another jab to the body. Solid left jab in response from Assatryan in response to the punches that had just been touched out by Grafeeva as she's pressing leather. Another solid left jab. So again, this could bring into the equation, what do the judges prefer? Is it the non-stop feather light punching of Grafeeva or the less frequent but altogether heavier, more potent punching of Assatryan? Because remember, for a punch to be considered a scoring shot, he has to land with sufficient force. Here's a lovely left jab during that exchange from Grafeeva after Assatryan landed a right hand around the body. But again, terrific conditioning being demonstrated because Grafeeva has not stopped punching during.
Платить меньше, вкуснее. В Glovo есть абсолютно все виды еды с ежедневными акциями, чтобы наслаждаться любимыми суши с бесплатной доставкой, полезной едой по сниженной цене. Скачайте Glovo и закажите еду, продукты и все что угодно. Glovo. Вы заказываете, мы доставляем.
It's annoying, and Grafeeva hasn't been able to set her feet and land as effectively. Look at that as she ran into two straight punches while looking for her own offense. This is a remarkable display by Viktoria Gрафеева because her punch output has been non-stop. There she takes a stiff left jab from Assatryan. And it's almost like being slowed down and worn out by 1,000 pinpricks here from Grafeeva in this second round, because her hands always moving. Another right cross gets through as Assatryan inaccurate with the left hand. I think a mouthpiece has come out, and that is from the exhalations of Assatryan. Well, I think time should have been called here. Time should have been called, so 10-second clapper shouldn't have sounded just yet. So after the rinse and reinsertion of the gum shield, the action resumes. Assatryan not too far away with a treble left jab. There is the genuine 10-second clapper after the false start a few moments ago. So, issues surrounding the duration of the round notwithstanding, a terrific round of boxing in that second frame. Now, from Grafeeva's point of view, despite her punch output, were they landed with sufficient force to be considered scoring punches? Because in many instances she was pressing leather and just touching her opponent. But the punches must be landed with sufficient force to be considered scoring shots. So let's take a look. Remember, at the scores, weren't able to bring you the scores after the first round. Perhaps there's an issue. Well, it's a clean sweep of the cards for Assatryan in the second round, which means that she took the first round on a 4-1 split. So despite Grafeeva really going for it in the second with increased activity, it hasn't been rewarded by any of the 5 scoring judges.
Seconds out, third and final round.
So as we move into the third and final round, Viktoria Gрафеева, the tournament number 5 seed wearing red for Kazakhstan, finds herself facing something of an uphill struggle because we weren't able to, she only took the first round, she lost the first round on a 4-1 split. In the second round, as she takes a right hand around the corner, which was loaded with leverage. The second round, she was outpointed unanimously, and we can only conclude that the judges have decided, as Assatryan lands with a solid left hand, that the leather that she was pushing out wasn't landed with, the shots weren't landed with sufficient force to be considered scoring punches. Good shot to the body from Assatryan. So nothing wrong with the conditioning of Gрафеева, but surely if they've seen the scorecards, the Kazakhstan corner will have told the boxer she takes a right hand over the top and a beautiful right hand to the body from Assatryan. But Gрафеева will probably be told she's got to put more on her punches because this clearly isn't getting it done because they're catching the gloves. Solid left jab, twice in quick succession from Grafeeva, but she has got to do more with her shots. Remember, these nations sending more finalists to the final day of action than any other nations. 5 finalists apiece representing Russia and Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan have won the 2 finals that they've contested so far. So, minute and change remaining in this final round. And again, I'm just not sure there's been a sufficient enough change from Grafeeva, because she's landing plenty. There was a little more pop on the punches as she caught the advancing Asatryan. But just touching your opponent, clearly not enough to impress the judges. And look at that in contrast. A single jab from Asatryan has probably negated all of the leather that was being pushed out by Grafeeva over the previous seconds. And then bent arm successes on the inside from Asatryan once again. Grafeeva has put forth a spirited performance, but the tactics and the strategy not impressing the judges. Left hand was on the belt line from Asatryan. No complaints from Grafeeva. So winging away with hooks, and that's a beautiful left hand to the body, right hand over the top from Asatryan. And right hand, left hand, right hand to end the combination and the contest from Nune Assatryan. And she marched back to her corner with both arms raised, because she is clearly of the opinion that she has done enough to claim World Championship gold here. And it's an opinion that I'm inclined to share, because the first round saw her take it on a 4-1 split. Grafeeva increased her volume in the second round, but was outscored unanimously. And the third and final round, I think, was much of the same. The greater volume of punches coming from Grafeeva, but the more potent punching coming from Asatryan in blue of Russia. Let's get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecards, where we have a